Hi everyone, this is Trimester 3 Science. This is Thursday, May 7th. So let's talk about your last assignment of the week. So at this point, be sure that you have completed the CK12 sections 2.1 and 2.2. So that is energy and forms of energy. There were Google Notes docs that went with both of those, so make sure that you have completed them. And really important, click Turn It In. Some of you are forgetting to click the Turn It In button, and so I don't know that you've finished it. And then yesterday, I wanted you to make sure that you joined the Gizmos class so that you could complete part 1 of the energy conversions gizmo. So hopefully you finished that. And today is just going to be finishing part 2 of that gizmo simulation. So our objectives for part 2 of the gizmo simulation today. First, to create energy pathways to show where energy comes from. So you did do that yesterday in the first part of the assignment, so you're going to be doing that again today. So if you got the hang of it yesterday, today should be a piece of cake. To describe sunlight as the primary source of most of the usable energy on Earth. So this is going to be something that we'll be talking about into 10th and 11th grade. But you notice that all of the energy pathways that you created yesterday started with the sun. So the sun is that ultimate source of energy. And today we're adding types of renewable energy. So you'll be able to describe the 4 types of renewable energy that are shown in that simulation and know the difference between a renewable and a non-renewable energy source. So your assignment for today is to complete the part 2 of the energy conversions simulation. So you'll do the same thing that you did yesterday. Open the energy conversion simulation that's posted in your Gizmos class. And then you'll open the Energy Conversions Gizmo Part 2 document that is posted with your assignment. And the same thing you did yesterday. Follow the directions to conduct the simulation. Record your responses in the boxes in the document. And then don't forget to click Turn It In when you're finished. Now, if for some strange reason you did not finish yesterday's assignment, you have to do yesterday's assignment before you continue on to today's. So make sure that you've finished part 1 before you try to continue on to part 2. So let's take a look and see what this looks like on the classroom. So here's our example classroom. Remember, you want to go to the classwork tab. Everything's nice and organized there by week for you. So this is day 4, May 7th of week 1. When you open that assignment, it will look like this. So what you're going to see is your, I didn't include the link back to the Gizmos class because you have that from yesterday. So all I have posted here is the energy conversion gizmo notes document for part 2 and of course your end of week 1 quiz. So we'll talk about that in a minute. So when you open up your document, it will look very similar to the document that you completed yesterday. So again, you follow the directions step by step. Today's notes document has some additional information on the types of energy that you're looking at, so you should have read about all of these in the simulation yesterday. As you scroll down, you'll see that you're asked to make an energy pathway here, and this time document the energy conversion that takes place. So when you click on the sun, it explains to you that nuclear energy is converted to light and thermal energy. So this is the example. You would type in sun here and type in nuclear energy is converted to light and thermal energy from the information that you're given in the simulation. So now you want to continue this. You want to type in the next path, the next thing in the energy pathway, and describe that energy conversion. So energy is converted from what to what. And the same thing here and here. So there's no arrow here because this is the end of your pathway. For number 3, you're asked to create 2 more pathways on your own. So up here, you were told exactly what to do. Down here, you get to choose the energy pathway that you create and document it the same way as you did in number 2. So there's your first one, and then there'll be your second one. Okay. And then number 4, you apply what you've learned. Where in the gizmo and in real life do the following energy conversions occur? So you're looking for a chemical to thermal or electrical current. So this is going to be an example. What's an example of when this conversion actually occurs? You want to type that in this space right here. And when is an example of a gravitational potential to kinetic to electrical current? When does that actually happen? So give us an example there from the simulation from real life. Okay, then you'll move on to activity C, which is entitled renewable energy. So you want to reset, make sure that you're in information mode again. This is giving you some information about a non-renewable versus renewable energy source. So non-renewable is something that when you use it up, it's pretty much gone. So fossil fuels like coal and oil that took millions of years to create, once we use those, they're pretty much gone. They don't regenerate fast enough for us to consider them able to be renewed in our lifetime or, in many lifetimes. They don't come back. They're not always available. They're finite. Once you use them, they're gone. In this simulation, you're seeing renewable energy resources: wind power, water power, solar power, and ethanol. So you want to describe or explain how each of these is produced in your own words once you read about them from the simulation. And then here, you want to choose one of those, and you're going to do a little bit of extra research. So put the name of one of those. You can pick either wind, water, solar, or ethanol. Type that right here, and then do a little extra research using reliable internet resources and describe the advantages and the disadvantages of that type of resource here. And then the last thing you want to do is answer the 5 assessment questions at the bottom of the gizmo. Now, this is not graded. However, you might see some of these questions in the end of the week quiz. So it would be a really good idea to answer these 5 questions, do the best you can, check your answers, and actually look at your responses when you check them. So let's look at our gizmo. Give me 1 second to pull it up here. So this is what the gizmo looks like as you have it opened. For this last part, you're going to go back to information mode, and as you click on wind, it does tell you about the types of conversion that happens right here. But what I want to draw your attention to is if you scroll down, here are those assessment questions. So answer each one of these. There are 5 of them. And then when you check your answers, actually stick around to see the questions that you got right or wrong and see what the correct answers are, because you may very well see these in the end of the week quiz. All right, so speaking of the end of the week quiz. So end of week quizzes are going to be Google Forms that will be posted with your assignment in the classroom. They are going to be limited to just 10 questions, and they are really a wrap-up of the week's work. So I want you to think of it this way. It is a way for you to gauge what you have learned during the week. So if you can go through those 10 questions and they're easy for you, and you don't have to really look anything up, you know that you've done a good job with your assignments and you've learned what I wanted you to learn that week. If you struggle with this, then that tells you that you need to maybe spend a little more time and put a little more thought into your assignments as you go through the week so that you get a good grade on this end of the week quiz. It's also a way for me to see what you've accomplished. So it really puts a number and on what you've learned, and it lets me see where you're strong and where you might be lacking and what I need to concentrate on in the following week to make sure that you learn the important things that I want you to learn. So this week's quiz, you can focus on information that you learned from the 2 CK12 sections, which are 2.1 energy and 2.2 forms of energy, and information from the energy conversions gizmo simulation, which we did yesterday and today. So those are where your 10 questions will come from. All right, my daily reminders. Watch the video for every assignment. Go back. If you're still clueless as to what to do, watch the video again. Open every assignment and start working on your own, and then get help if you need it. If you get stuck, come to my office hours, come to my live class at 1 o'clock. Please make sure that you're answering every question. Leave nothing blank. If you're leaving more than 1 or 2 questions blank, I'm going to return your assignment to you and ask you to finish it and resubmit it before I grade it. So I want you to at least be complete here. Even if you're making a few mistakes along the way, I want you to be complete. Please, 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 please remember to click the Turn It In button when you're done with a Google Doc. That's how I know that you're finished and you're ready to have that graded. So please turn it in. Remember, assignments are due every night by midnight, but don't procrastinate. That doesn't mean you need to stay up to midnight to turn it in. Turn things in as you finish them. And don't forget to come to live science class. We have one more day of one cool thing, and then I'll put out the bonus quiz on Friday. We have fun polls. You get a chance to chat with your friends and your teachers. So come every day at 1 o'clock. The link is on the classroom, and it's on your office hours document that was shared with you. So it's the last assignment of the week. So do it. There are some people who have 100% this week because they have completed all of their assignments. So let's make that you. Do your assignments. It's the last one. Just think, if you're caught up Monday through Thursday, you take Friday off. Every week has a long weekend. Isn't that nice? All right, guys, keep in touch. Let me know if you have any questions. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you on Monday.